What if sleep was never the problem, but the first signal? I'm Brooke Quinn, a sleep medicine specialist and someone who spent years looking at sleep without fully seeing what it was trying to tell us. Because most people don't enter healthcare at the beginning of the story. They enter after years of subtle signs, things that didn't quite add up at the time. In this podcast, we're going before the diagnosis. We're connecting the dots between sleep, airway, the brain, and the body in a way that actually makes sense. Because sleep isn't just about rest. It's a window into everything. This is Sleep by Quinn. Okay, so this was not supposed to be my first episode, and yet here we are. It is the Wednesday of spring break. I have on no makeup, and I'm sitting here with my blue butterfly PT. At least I think that's what it's called. And recording this right before I go to bed, because I had a thought and it will not leave me alone. Tonight we were watching a cartoon, like a Caveman minion situation. And Caveman had exactly what you would expect. Crooked, crowded, kind of chaotic teeth. And I didn't question it. Like, of course, that's how cavemen looked, right? But then I caught myself. Because that's not actually true. See, if you look at actual anthropological records, like real skulls, what you see is wide dental arches, straight teeth, room for wisdom teeth, and mind you, in a time period where there were no braces, no expanders, no retainers, and yet alignment. So instead of asking why do humans naturally have crooked teeth, maybe the better question might be, what changed? Because the teeth don't just grow in randomly. They develop based on function. And there's this principle in biology that I come back to all the time. Structure follows function. Function follows repetition. So things like how we breathe, how we chew, where the tongue rests, those are actually shaping the face over time. And this is where my brain goes, because I live in the sleep world. And those same structures, they also shape the airway. So when we see something like crowded teeth, we might not just be looking at a cosmetic issue. We might be seeing a signal. Not that something is wrong, but that something has adapted to a different environment, different inputs, different patterns, especially early in life. So now I find myself back sitting there on the sofa, watching the same cartoon, the same caveman, the same teeth, and I can't see it the same way anymore. Because I'm not thinking, of course his teeth looked like that. I'm thinking, why did ours change? And if you followed me at all, you know that I say this all the time. Sleep is a signal. But it's not the only one. The body is constantly giving us clues. And sometimes it starts with something as simple as a random thought on a Wednesday night during spring break with a cup of tea in your hand. If this got your brain going even a little bit, just stay with me. Because I have a feeling this is just the beginning of a much bigger conversation. Cheers.